First I have to get out of bed. So we have a bed that's a little higher than normal, so I can still get up. It's kind of difficult, but I still can. I can get my right leg over the bed, and then grab onto my left leg and tip part way up, and then if I get my elbow underneath me, I can push up the rest of the way, become vertical. And then if I can lock my right arm underneath me, then I can push myself up and I can get up out of bed.
Well, it affects, I mean, with everybody it affects, facioscapulohumeral is face, shoulders, legs. In many cases, it's more severe in one area than the other. In my case, it seems more severe in the shoulders. I have relative leg strength is fine.
Now, it's very difficult for him to walk from one point to another without hanging on to something. And he can't get out of a chair by himself unless it's a high stool. And I guess, in the beginning I really wasn't expecting that.
As I went through the process of finding out what it was, and they finally diagnosed me and sent me to the UC Davis Medical Center, to their muscular dystrophy center there, then they did a biopsy and came up with the fact that I did have facioscapulohumeral muscular dystrophy, which was a really, like I said, really big words for me at the time. And I had a 2-year-old daughter at the time. And so not only was I worried about, me, but I was worried about what was wrong with her as well. And at that time, she seemed to be fine. So it didn't affect me for years, as far as, it's still the same, just weak in one side. I could never run as a child in PE, and kids would make fun of me because I couldn't run around the track once. I didn't know there was something wrong with my legs. People were always telling me, my sister would always tell me, stand up straight, smile, all these things that come normally to other people. And then my daughter started showing signs of it, and it took them about 4 years before they would finally diagnose her. Even though I knew in my heart that she had it, they wouldn't diagnose her until they were absolutely, they couldn't deny it any longer.
Well, we decided to adopt kids even before we got married. We said, okay, we're adopting. So we knew we were going to adopt, and so we adopted Grace when she was 7 months old and Sarah when she was 9 months old. Grace is now 11 and Sarah is 9.
I had my daughter when I was 20 years old. I didn't know I had muscular dystrophy, and I don't know what my choice would have been had I known that I had muscular dystrophy when I got pregnant with her. If I would have worried the whole pregnancy, or God forbid if I would have chosen to terminate the pregnancy, if I wasn't in the right mind. She's a gift, she's a beautiful girl, but now she's got the same, now she's got to make that decision, though she's, she was married last year. And as far as children goes, grandchildren, it's out of the question.
Where many people might look to the future and think about, oh, well, I'm going to do this or that for retirement, or plan that kind of long-term life. I think that having FSH has, for me, engendered sort of more of an immediacy and a desire not to look too far down the road, because I don't know what's going to happen, and it behooves me to try to live in the moment and in the more immediate future.
I live my life cautiously because of it, but it's my life, so I don't notice things that I would do differently. I look at people jogging down the road and think, well, if I could do that, I'd really be in shape. And when we lived in Florida, we used to go snorkeling a lot, but I'd stay by the shore, knowing that I can't swim.
Was my mother passing away from the FSH. It's very rare for someone with the disorder to die from it. But she had a weakening in her soft tissue in her lung. So after she passed away, I wanted to change of pace, and it's just one of those things where, I don't know, I guess having the disability and seeing her die from it was something that sort of made me decide to just act on certain impulses immediately as opposed to planning for them, because one's future seems to constrict a bit.
But like loading and unloading the dishwasher, he unloads the dishwasher, just puts the dishes on the counter, and then somebody else needs to come put them in the cupboard because it's above where he can reach. And things break a lot.
I don't break that many, do I?
Well, you know, when something breaks, he just has to stand there and say, okay, something's broke, come help me. And so then I'll come and vacuum it up or whatever, and you know, so he doesn't injure himself more.
My future looks brighter at 45 years old than my daughter's does at 25 years old because I'm able to help myself. She's 25 and she's already looking into getting a wheelchair. So by the time she's my age, she's going to be completely wheelchair bound. And that's what kills me about it, is I can't feel sorry for myself. So I've got somebody else I need to feel sorry for. They're worried about her.
I think it's been a little harder for the kids in some ways because they see that he can't do everything that all their friends' fathers can. And they have picked out, especially Sarah, some male father role models that are, you know, can pick them up or play soccer with them and things like that, which is kind of weird. And I have to explain to these people why they're so attached to them, I think.
With all the research that Terry and Rick have started, and along with other people, I do have hope that they will find a cure or maybe just something to slow down the disease to help the people that really need help.
Now I just wish that there was something to help him because, you know, it's got to be hard for George to be dependent on somebody else all the time now.
When you're waiting for a cure, what are they, you know, what do they do for you? You know, do you take pills? Do you take vitamins? Are you in pain? And no, it's just to sit and wait. There's no pill. A couple aspirin every now and again to, you know, ease some of the pain.
The thing that I would really like to do would be to show my two girls how to really throw a ball, which they've yet to learn how to do very well. That'd be a nice thing to be able to pass on, but can't at the moment.